The great law of peace came to us many, many thousands of years after our creation story happened.
We began to drop some of our ways here of gratitude.
It became very violent, so it was a very, very rough time in this part of the world.
The Creator sent a person whom we refer to as the Peacemaker, and he taught a law which became known as the Great Law of Peace.
And the message was carried right here on the shores of Onondaga Lake.
When he came to this land of warring nations, it was that time that they talk about the Peacemaker. When he came, carved a great stone canoe.
The first place he came to was a woman's home named Jikonsaseh. She was the first to hear the message of peace.
The Peacemaker united the Mohawk and then the Oneida. They had to go around Onondaga. They went to the Cayuga, and the Seneca were difficult. Now, he said, we go back to Onondaga. We cannot have peace without Onondaga.
Tadodaho was in charge at Onondaga, and Tadodaho was described as a very, very violent man. He had snakes growing from his hair.
And very grotesque looking and evil-minded person.
Fierce beyond fierce, and powerful beyond powerful.
And he had total control of what was going on in Onondaga. So they would not be able to convince Onondaga to follow the peace until somehow Tadodaho was dealt with. They were finally able to come with the songs and the children and the people, and they gave him a position to help and be responsible for all the 5 nations that had come together as a confederacy. He was willing to accept the peace.
And the Peacemaker finally gathered the 5 nations, laid out the whole confederation for us.
And on the shores of Onondaga Lake, Peacemaker had the warriors uplift a great white pine tree. And as it was felled, underneath was a gaping hole and a stream running under it. The Peacemaker had all the warriors throw their weapons in there. The warriors uplifted the great white pine tree, and that pine tree became our symbol of peace.
4 white roots, and the great tree, the great white pine. They put an eagle at the top.
Peacemaker brought us together. He's explaining to us, you take an arrow, can be broken easily. Okay, so he says, take 1 arrow from each fire, bound together. No man can break that bundle.
And he said to the nations, here is your strength.
Part of that message in there is that the young men are to entertain the Creator by playing the game of lacrosse. And now we understand that it's not warfare that entertains our Creator. It's the game of lacrosse.
And he said that the earth is female. He said, your lineage will follow the female side. Our identity is based on who our mother is, not who our father is.
We know the responsibilities of the women has all to do with watching over the land to determine who will be the leaders.
Before our brother came across the water, there was great peace here. There were great confederacies of nations that would gather and sit in council. There were millions of people here. Civilizations, great civilizations.